Let's welcome to the hangar! We've got a great bout lined up for you tonight as the Heartless Heathers take on the Rose City Rollers, home league leading High Rollers. Tonight's bout will be all about momentum. The Heartless Heathers trying to build some before semifinals, and the High Rollers trying to keep their undefeated season intact. The action on the track tonight should be as fast and as hard-hitting as ever, and we will get that going shortly. But first, could I ask you to please rise for the national anthem? This evening's guest singer is Melissa Steinbach.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang loud, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Melissa. Well, fans, joining me on the microphone this evening is the always enigmatic Randy Pan.
Man. And I gotta say, Mike Checks, what a show of solidarity that we had a Canadian referee hold the American flag for that. That is wonderful.
Aw, yeah. And I'd also like to welcome Rose City's newest announcer, Louis Armstrong.
Oh, come on, make some noise, people.
Come on, everybody!
All right, now, fans, could you please put your derby-loving hands together for tonight's referee crew and non-skating officials, headed by Wench Warden.
Purr, purr. Dun, 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 purr, purr, purr. Purr, 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 purr.
All right, with that bit of business taken care of, let's bring out tonight's two teams. Randy?
I'm sorry, Mike Checks, I just became overwhelmed with the chill. It's so cold in here. Like the coldest hearts of ice. That must mean, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Heartless Heathers! Go Captain number 19, Bacchanalian! Number 137B Hexen! H155 Bella Constrictor! Number 3, D-Day. Number 143, my BFFFE Stoner. Number straight edge, Goody Two Skies. March, number 71, Headache. Number 65, Lieutenant Horda, Engage. Number 27, Motor and Pistol. Number 26, Not Your Lucky Day. It is her first bout. Number 1111, Scheme Stress. Co-captain number 80, Takelia. 17H, the Blast Unicorn. And number 31, Toxic Haze. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Heartless Heathers! Ahem.
Their opponents tonight, decked out in their festive green uniforms with gold trim, they are your Rose City Home League leading Skating tonight for the High Rollers, number 23, Wreck Deckard. Number 3B, Texine. Number 8, Sully Skull Kicker. Number 49, Steve Holt. Number 36, Sedusa Destroy. Number 395, Schoolgirl Crusher. Co-captain number 47, Penny Dreadful. 01, Napalm Beth. Number 28, Minstrel Psycho. Number 55, Layla Smackdown. Number 11, Kick-Assity. Number 5, Intensive Scare. Number 126, Illegally Blonde. Number 82, Hurricane Katrina. Number 72, Honey Hellfire. And number 210, Heidi Go Seek. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your High Rollers. The High Rollers tonight are coached by Devastating Diva and Viva Vendetta.
Heartless Heathers coached tonight by Vominatrix, FC, Ufta, and F-Bomb. A lot of onomatopoetic coaches there for the Heartless Heathers. So, mic checks. I have one prediction tonight.
Yep.
I predict that the High Rollers not going to get pinched at all. No pinching on the High Rollers tonight.
No, the High Rollers dressed up for the St. Patrick's Day bout. There's no question about that.
It's just a coincidence. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get a show of hands really quick. Who is new to the sport of roller derby? Couple of skaters, couple of refs.
Napoleon blown apart down there, new to derby.
She's like, what is this? Where am I? Why am I dressed like this? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. All right, so roller derby for you newbies here. We're going to talk to do it a little bit. We want you to pay attention to the skaters with these stars on their helmets. They are called the Jammer.
Now, those jammers were released after the second set of whistles. They have to wait for that second set of whistles before they can go from the jam line, Randy Pan.
Now, they score points by lapping the opposing skaters. So the first time through, the group of skaters called the pack, no points. The second time through, they get points.
Indeed, both jammers made it through the pack on their initial pass. Minstrel Psycho now for the high rollers, picking up points for every blocker she passed.
She passed 4 blockers there, so she gets 4 points with that. Stopped to the jam, so this first jam, 4 points for the high rollers, 0 so far for the Heartless Heathers.
Now, Randy Pan, in that last jam, Minstrel Psycho, at the end of that jam, put her hands on her hips repeatedly, and what that does is that signals to the referees that she wants to call off the jam. She wants the jam to end.
Because she was lead jammer. Now, the first jammer to get through the pack on the initial pass legally is lead jammer.
God bless you, Adam.
So now remember, those jammers couldn't go from that jam line until that set of second whistles there.
So, first jammer through legally is Honey Hellfire for the high rollers. She's your lead jammer. She has the ability to call off the jam at any time. Only she can do that.
And you'll notice that she's being trailed by a referee on the inside. That is the high rollers jam referee, and he signals to her how many points she scored on her scoring pass. 5 right there.
5. Now, that is the most you can get on a scoring pass. She passed every opposing blocker plus the jammer. So she gets 5 points, so that's called a grand slam there, Mike Checks.
And he's also letting her know, and us know, that she, Honey Hellfire, is the lead jammer.
So it looks like she took a fall. Because she was lead jammer, she could call off the jam, stop it before the Heartless Heathers scored points.
High rollers picking up a total of 9 points in that jam.
5 points for the first scoring pass, 4 points for the second one. And Blast Unicorn on the line for the Heartless Heathers.
Illegally Blonde wearing the jam cap for the high rollers. Now, Randy, we've talked about the jammers. What about all of the skaters that are lined up directly in front of them?
They are called the blockers. They skate in a group together called the pack. They need to stay together. They form the offensive and defensive line for the jammers.
So what those blockers are trying to do is they are trying to stop the opposing team's jammer while simultaneously trying to help their jammer get through the pack.
And they do just that. Beautiful move by Behexen. Gets Blast Unicorn out, and she's your lead jammer. She has the ability to stop the jam at any time.
Hot on her wheels, Illegally Blonde for the high rollers as the jammers enter the pack on their scoring pass.
And it looks like she called off the jam. 0 points, though. She didn't pass anyone legally before she called off the jam, so no points on that jam. So now you see, hey, King. It's a beautiful voice of the S. All right, so we have only 3 skaters from each team on the pack right now. It's because one of each is in the penalty box right now, Mike Checks.
Indeed, they are over in the penalty box area. Penalties, when you get a major penalty, you have to serve 1 minute in the penalty box.
In the meantime, Goody Two Skates is your lead jammer for the Heartless Heathers. She can call off the jam at any time.
Now, when you're serving your 1 minute penalty, if the jam comes to an end before you're done serving your penalty minute, you have to stay in the penalty box and feel shame until the next jam starts, and then the clock starts for the rest of your penalty.
Now, there's different kinds of penalties. There's a lot of hitting penalties. You can only hit legally with your hips and your shoulders. Elbows, forearms, below the thigh, kicks, hits with the head against the lather.
And it looks like we've got a team timeout being called by the Heathers. Team timeout sponsored by The Brew.
The Brew Radio, the station where butt rock never died.
So like we were saying earlier, there are two different types of penalties. Hitting penalties, anything that's not a shoulder or a hip will land you in the penalty box for a minute. That means no elbows, no forearms, no hits below the thigh, no hits to the head, no hits to the back.
Then there are also track cutting penalties when you skate outside and come back in front of a teammate or opposing skater.
Also, you can't hit anyone out of bounds outside the track lines or 20 feet in front of or behind the pack.
Rick Deckard wearing the jam cap for the high rollers.
And Blast Unicorn for the Heartless Heathers.
Blast Unicorn rolling through on the inside, picking up lead jammer status for the Heartless Heathers.
And it looks like I think that ski roll got a penalty for hitting a low block penalty. That's hitting below the thigh. Bike checks.
Blast Unicorn coming up on the pack, takes a couple of points, 3 as a matter of fact, and calls off that jam.
They're nickel and diming it back. Hey, Louis Armstrong, tell us something.
Our skaters are kept safe and healthy by OHSU Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine providers of the Rose City Rollers.
Minstrel Psycho wearing the jam cap for the high rollers. Bacchanalia wearing the jam cap for the Heartless Heathers. High rollers out to a 13-7 lead, but a slow start to this jam, Randy Pan.
Oh, we see a really defensive pack right now. That's usually a case of slow stuff, but it looks like Minstrel Psycho gets out for the high rollers lead jammer. She can stop the jam at any time.
Bacchanalia jammer for the Heartless Heathers being called on a major track cut penalty. That's going to send her to the penalty box for 1 minute.
Louis Armstrong, who makes this happen?
The Big Brothers and Big Sisters Sports Buddies is a great partner for the Rose City Rollers. RCR is a proud Sports Buddies partner, encouraging young people to get active.
Team timeout being called by the Heartless Heathers.
So we have what is called a power jam coming up. When one of the jammers goes to the penalty box, that team cannot score for that jam. That means starting this next jam, for the first maybe as long as a minute, Illegally Blonde for the high rollers will be the only person able to score.
Indeed, a huge advantage for the high rollers. Hard to score points when your jammer is in the penalty boxes. That is the only way to score points in roller derby, Randy Pan.
You can't win if you don't play.
Louis Armstrong, what do you got for us, sir?
I think it's time for everybody to make sure they grab themselves a tasty adult beverage from the concession stand. We have Fat Tire Ale or Ranger IPA, both brought to you by New Belgium Brewing Company.
So while we have only one jammer for the high rollers, we have 4 blockers for the Heathers against the 3 for the high rollers.
Indeed, Illegally Blonde finally being released from the jam line. Remember, high rollers in a power jam right now and already leading 14-7, Randy Pan.
So the Heartless Heathers have to go all defense right now. They want to prevent Illegally Blonde from getting through. Remember, no points on the first pass. Mike checks.
Mortar and Pistol doing a great job holding back Illegally Blonde. Effie Stoneham was up to help out, but Illegally Blonde getting through the pack on her initial pass. She is your lead jammer.
Meanwhile, the high rollers were doing everything they can to slow down and even stop the pack to make it easier for Illegally Blonde to score.
Illegally Blonde getting knocked into turn 3 by Toxic Haste. Toxic Haste making it difficult for her to come back in.
But she finds an opening on the outside. She gets her first scoring pass. That's 5 points and calls off the jam.
Well, Randy Pan, she called off the jam because Bacchanalia came out of the penalty box.
Louis Armstrong.
Oh, Randy Pan, you know I love my Southern food, and we're lucky in this town to have the Delta Cafe. Amazing Southern fare, big eats, and stiff drinks. Check out the coupon in your program.
That's Honey Hellfire on the line for the High Rollers.
Opposite Goody Two Skates for the Heartless Heathers.
Goody Two Skates is a maniac on the floor.
And she's skating like she's never skated before.
And all the way on the outside to lead Jammerland. Goody Two Skates, lead jammer for the Heartless Heathers.
Honey Hellfire now clear of the pack on her initial pass, but remember it's Goody Two Skates who is the lead jammer in this jam.
Well, the High Rollers are getting out front. They're trying to protect their points and not give Goody Two Skates an opportunity to score.
To kill you right there, great offensive maneuver. Didn't open up a hole for Goody Two Skates per se, but slowed down the opposing blockers, and that allowed Goody to get 3 quick points and call off the jam.
Meanwhile, we did pick up 1 for the High Rollers there. Very close bout so far. Mike checks. High Rollers with 20, Heartless Heathers with 10.
Toxic Haste on the jam line for the Heartless Heathers.
And
Minstrel Psycho jamming for the High Rollers.
Looks like Heidi Go Seek got a blocking out of play. If there's a no pack established, you're going to go to the penalty box. And
Minstrel Psycho picking up lead jammer status for the High Rollers.
Toxic Haste still held on her initial pass. She's not scoring points yet.
Toxic Haze picking up her 4th minor penalty. She's headed to the penalty box, but so is Minstrel Psycho.
Now they both landed at the same time, so they both have to sit for 10 seconds. Now both jammers are back, but if you go to the penalty box, you cannot be lead jammer. That means this jam will go the whole 2 minutes.
Indeed, if a lead jammer does not call off the jam, or when there is no lead jammer, the jam lasts for 2 full minutes.
Well, meanwhile, Minstrel Psycho has gone back to the penalty box for a major cut for the High Rollers. This is a power jam for the Heartless Heathers.
Toxic Haste trying to fight her way through the pack.
Assessing, that is her initial pass, so no points yet on this jam for the Heartless Heathers, but now they are in a scoring position.
Heidi Go Seek being sent back to the penalty box for a destruction of pack major.
You got to keep the pack together. If the pack splits up, you will get a penalty. So you have to skate close to your opponents there, Mike checks.
Toxic Haste looking for some help from her teammates out on the track, trying to work her way through the pack on this scoring pass.
Remember, she's the only jammer out there, so it's the only team that can score now.
And a 5-point grand slam for Toxic Haste as that jam comes to the end. Louie?
Oh, with all that great Southern food in town, Mike, I have to work it all off at the Lloyd Athletic Club, the official sports fitness facility of the Rose City Rollers. And right after I'm done working out there, I head straight back to Joe's Burgers. 4 locations, awesome burgers, and official feeder of RCR volunteers.
As a Rose City Roller volunteer, I am very thankful for Joe's Burgers.
We got the Blast Unicorn of the line for the Heartless Heathers.
Sully Skull Kicker jamming for the High Rollers.
Blast Unicorn lead jammer. She is now about to engage a scoring pass.
Heartless Heathers able to help Blast Unicorn get through. They had a blocker advantage to start this jam, and they have it still 4-2 against the High Rollers.
A nice scoring pass. Blast Unicorn gets out. 5 points, Mike checks.
Sully Skull Kicker still trying to work her way through her pack on the initial pass.
That's some great defense coming from the Heartless Heathers in the front there. A beautiful four-wall, Mike checks.
Blast Unicorn and Sully Skull Kicker battling it out in the front of the pack.
I want to talk about this, mic checks. The Heathers have been having a kind of a tough season so far, but we got a tie bout at the beginning. Heathers playing some of the best derby they've played this year, mic checks.
Indeed, and things are shaping up well for them in this next jam. They're going to start with a 4-2 blocker advantage. And it looks like Goody Two Skates back on the jam line.
And that's a Legally Blonde jamming for the High Rollers.
Blondie trying to push her way through, gets called for a major track cut. She is headed to the penalty box.
Goody Two Skates, the only jammer out there pushing the front wall there, mic checks.
And it's Goody Two Skates through the pack on her initial pass. She is your lead jammer.
Incredible. Power jams really helping out the Heartless Heathers right now. And there's a back block. That will send Goody Two Skates to the penalty box there. Now when she sits down, a Legally Blonde will be released, and Goody Two Skates will serve the same amount of time that Blonde did.
So if Illegally Blonde served 30 seconds in the penalty box, Goody Two Skates will serve 30 seconds in the penalty box.
All right, so we're gonna go 2 minutes because if you go to the penalty box, you can't be lead jammer. But again, a nice defensive four wall by the Heartless Heathers up front.
High Rollers trying to pick off a blocker in the back of the pack. That's Effie Stoneham, and she is fighting against that High Rollers defense.
Now remember, mic checks, you cannot block 20 feet in front of or behind the pack, so the High Rollers have to let Illegally Blonde go.
High Rollers co-captain Kick Cassidy doing a great job holding Effie Stoneham at bay.
Effie Stoneham trying to rally her troops together, but High Rollers doing a great job of divide and conquer.
Heartless Heathers getting their defense back together. Goody Two Skates through the pack on a 5-point grand slam.
And a major cut sending Illegally Blonde to the penalty box now. Power jam, this is like the third power jam, this jam. It's gonna go to Goody Two Skates.
I believe you're correct there, holy cow.
Oh my goodness, Louis Armstrong makes some sense for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite team not doing so hot? Treat yourself, make yourself feel better with Medical Massage Northwest, happily rubbing away the aches and pains of RCR.
All right, we're going to start off at a power jam for the Heartless Heathers in the Blast Unicorn.
On Randy Pan, we've got ourselves an official timeout. So you're going to go down and check out what's going on. Louis Armstrong, what's going on with you, sir?
Oh, Mike, I'm just trying to decide what to do after tonight's bout, and a good option is to always head down to Kay's Bar, Selwood's sweetest watering hole, and a proud Rose City Roller sponsor since 2007.
Kay's Bar's got themselves an amazing menu. Well, fans, we sent Randy Pan down to the center of the track to find out what's going on. What is going on, Randy Pan?
Well, my microphone's not on.
Wait, you want your microphone turned on?
Little details. So, there are two types of penalties. There's a major penalty that has huge impact that will send you to the penalty box for a minute. And there's minor. It doesn't do a lot, but 4 of them will send you to the penalty box. So sometimes we're just making sure that all of the 4th minors are being assessed and the skaters are doing the time for their minor crimes. Not that kind of minor.
Well, fans, each team in roller derby has 3 timeouts in a bout. Those timeouts last 1 minute in length. The referees also get to call timeouts whenever they want to, so they can check and make sure that all of the penalties are being tracked properly, all of the points have been tracked properly, and that's one of those timeouts right now, an official timeout.
In addition to the 4th minor, a misconduct was assessed. Misconducts could involve any type of gestures or language, perhaps toward a referee or a fan, or, well, not an announcer, but that's the other dealy, Bob.
Blast Unicorn going to start out this jam on a power jam for the Heartless Heathers. She's got 12 points to her credit so far this evening, and she is through the pack for lead jammer status, Randy.
Nice work by the pack, opening up a hole there, and it looks like Napalm Beth going to the penalty box for a major cutting of the track, passing too many players out of bounds.
That leaves the High Rollers with only 2 blockers on the track. Blast Unicorn getting by those blockers quickly. Now that is a 5-point pass, Randy Pan, even though there were only 2 blockers on the track.
That's because you get all the points for the skaters in the penalty box.
Blast Unicorn getting knocked outside the far straightaway.
Looks like Toxic Haste and wanted to chill out and listen to this song because she took a major cutting of the track.
Blast Unicorn now making her way through the pack on another scoring pass. That is another 5-point grand slam for the Blast Unicorn.
And the Heartless Heathers have the lead, 39-33, Mike checks.
My, oh my.
And there is Legally Blonde. She's back. That's her initial pass. No points yet for the High Rollers.
Seduce and Destroy pushing Blast Unicorn to the inside straightaway, but Blast Unicorn timeout, High Rollers.
Tonight's music, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to us by The Brew, where butt rock never died.
So I think there are... So that is the second timeout for the High Rollers, so they get 3 for the entire bout. 1 used so far for the Heartless Heathers. All right, so this is the best look that the Heartless Heathers have had all season. They're doing a really good job, and I think 2 things are happening. 1, Heathers are staying on the track, and they're having some of the most solid execution they've had all year. 2, High Rollers are having a hard time staying out of the penalty box, and it's definitely affecting the score right now, Mike checks. All right, the jam has started.
Tequila jamming for the Heartless Heathers. Honey Hellfire with the jam cap for the High Rollers.
She passed the skater out of play. She knocked the skater down. It was legal, but she passed her while she was down. That prevents her from being lead jammer.
Honey Hellfire picking up lead jammer status. Calls off the jam before anybody could score.
0-0. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take this time to put your fist in the air. A 0-0 jam, you put your fist in the air for rough solidarity. Everyone, fist in the air. I want to see your fist in the air if you're in the audience. Rough solidarity. Every 0-0 jam, we'll have this. Thank you, tech scene.
Goody Two Skates returning to the jam line for the Heartless Heathers. 12 points to her credit so far this evening.
Well, the jam has started. And now the jammers have started.
Wreck Deckard wearing the jam cap for the High Rollers.
Goody Two Skates is your lead jammer for the Heartless Heathers. Oh, nice defense up front. Initial pass for Wreck Deckard. No points yet for either team.
Wreck Deckard finally getting around Toxic Haste. Toxic Haste now being sent to the penalty box, having picked up her 4th minor penalty.
And that's a scoring pass there for Goody Two Skates. 4 more points for the Heartless Heathers.
Louis Armstrong, what do you got, sir?
Oh, Mike Check, spring is finally on the way, so shed that winter coat with a visit to the European Wax Center. Visit European Wax Center Beaverton for the ultimate body waxing experience.
I didn't even know how to follow that up.
So we have an interesting situation where the Heathers have not fielded a jammer. That means they're going to go this entire jam without a jammer. Mr. Psycho is jamming for the High Rollers.
Schemstress being called for destruction of pack major. I am a little befuddled, Randy Pan. I'm not going to lie to you, sir.
And it's a clean scoring pass by Mitchell Psycho. She's going to get 5 points there. Grand slam for all the skaters in the penalty box, all the skaters that should have been fielded, all the skaters on the track.
Heidi Go Seek headed to the penalty box for the High Rollers, while Minstrel Psycho works her way around the pack. And another grand slam.
And that's going to make a tie bout, ladies and gentlemen. Nice hit to the outside there.
Mortar and Pistol with some good defense, knocking Minstrel Psycho to the outside, but she quickly recovers for another grand slam. Randy, that's a lead change. High Rollers.
That's the second lead change we've had so far, Mike Checks. Again with the beautiful hit out to the outside, this time on behalf of Lieutenant Uherda.
Seduce and Destroy picking up a destruction of the pack major. She's headed to the penalty box.
You need to keep the skaters together. You need to keep the pack together. Otherwise, you go to the penalty box.
Yeah, pandemonium out there on the track. Minstrel Psycho, another grand slam for the High Rollers.
They went from a 10-point deficit to a 10-point lead, Mike Checks.
And now it's Layla Smackdown headed to the penalty box for the High Rollers.
Alrighty, that is that jam.
And it looks like Layla Smackdown may have picked up 2 minutes on that trip to the penalty box.
Well, here's what happened, Mike Checks. Heartless Heathers did not field a jammer, and you can't send one after the jam starts. It looks like we're going to have an official timeout here.
And there's the call right there for an official timeout. Randy Pan's going to go find out what's going on. In the meantime, Louie, what do you got for us, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you looking for an excellent piece of Rose City Rollers memorabilia? Then head to Timothy Murray Photography. That's TimothyMurrayPhotography.com for classic black and white film derby images. Timothy Murray Photography, where they make even Randy Pan look beautiful.
So it looks like we had a mistaken identity. Green 55 went to the penalty box instead of Green 5, who actually got the penalty. So we're making sure the right skater is doing the time for doing the crime.
Layla Smackdown has been exonerated.
And we also had a 2-minute penalty for insubordination on High Rollers 36.
All right, Randy Pan, so this jam is going to start with 4 blockers for the Heartless Heathers on the track, 2 blockers for the High Rollers, both jammers out there. Blast Unicorn picking up lead jammer status for the Heartless Heathers. Hot on her wheels though, Honey Hellfire of the High Rollers. Blast Unicorn calling off the jam, wanting to reset the situation. No score in that jam. Fist in the air for Ref Solidarity.
Everybody put their fist in the air for Ref Solidarity. Okay, so apparently the jam's over. I've got good money that we have an official timeout ahead of us. I'll be right back.
In the meantime, Louis Armstrong, let's pay some bills, sir.
Remember, everybody, ticketing for upcoming events can always be found at portlandmercury.com. Our next event is tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Sunday, March the 18th. It is the Rainbow Bites versus the Undead Avengers. Tickets are $7. Thanks to the Portland Mercury, the food, arts, and entertainment news you need.
And fans, that bout tomorrow is a Rosebuds bout, Portland's Junior Derby League. If you haven't done yourself a favor and checked out a Rosebuds bout yet this season, you need to do that tomorrow. The bout starts at 3 o'clock. Doors are at 2. Rainbow Bites versus the Undead Avengers. Randy Pan, what's going on?
Well, it's loud, and one of the referees called off the jam, but it was not heard on the other side of the track, and they're assessing what penalties happened after the jam ended so that they don't get assessed, and which ones happened while the jam was still going. It's a lot of crazy math. Enjoy the music. Hey buddy, how's it going? Should I go? All right, let's get this party started. Who wants to see some skating?
Blast Unicorn on the jam line for the Heartless Heathers.
My quads are killing me.
It looks like Hurricanes Katrina jamming for the High Rollers. And it's Blast Unicorn picking up lead jammer status.
Hurricanes Katrina chasing after her like she's a Louisiana house.
Heathers with a 3-2 blocker advantage out on the track right now. Blast Unicorn calling off the jam, gonna reset it.
All right, fists in the air for Ref Solidarity. Why aren't your fists in the air, people? Okay.
I know you folks are thirsty out there, so stop by the concession area and grab a Fat Tire Ale or a Ranger IPA. Both brought to you by the New Belgium Brewing Company.
Honey Hellfire returning to the jam line for the High Rollers. Bacchanalia jamming for the Heartless Heathers.
Bacchanalia with one to get by, but that is Sully Skullkicker doing a great job of positional blocking, Mike checks.
Now Bacchanalia had gotten past her already. She is your lead jammer.
Lead jammer going to Heartless Heathers, but hot on her skates is Honey Hellfire for the High Rollers.
Heartless Heathers trying to regroup. They do have a 4-2 blocker advantage.
Looks like they're going to see who can draw first blood here, Mike checks. 1 point for the High Rollers, and none for the Heartless Heathers. 1-0 advantage, High Rollers on that.
Folks, if you're feeling a little stiff, if you're spending too much time in that chair after the bout, give a call to Bridgetown Chiropractic, the official bone cracker of the Rose City Rollers since 2006.
How do you go Seek taking the jam line for the High Rollers.
And that is Goody T-Skates, the lead jammer for the Heartless Heathers. One single blocker out there for the High Rollers. That's Kick Cassidy. Not to put too fine a point on it.
Heidi Go-Seek now through the pack on her initial pass.
Nice defense there up front from Seduce or Destroy.
Goody through the pack and calls off the jam.
4 points for the Heartless Heathers. We've got a bout here. 47 to High Rollers 55.
Looks like 1 point picked up by the High Rollers at the end of that jam.
And it looks like we're not going to get an official timeout. Oh, wait, did I jinx us? Louis Armstrong, what do you got for us?
Oh, Randy Pan, you know our skaters play hard and our skaters play rough. And the OHSU Sports Medicine program makes sure they get to play again and again. OHSU Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine providers of the Rose City Rollers.
Apparently this is not an official timeout, but a team timeout for the Heartless Heathers.
You know the stuff they say about stairs being good exercise? It's true. Let me tell you. My quads are burning. Hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'll probably see a lot more of you here. Good to see you.
Blast Unicorn jamming once again for the Heartless Heathers.
And Minstrel Psycho jamming for the High Rollers. And she's her lead jammer, mic checks.
Blast Unicorn galloping quickly behind her. Blast Unicorn overtaking Minstrel Psycho.
Psycho's going for her. She's like, I'm not going to give this up.
I would like to point out that both of those jammers also are teammates on Rose City's travel team, the Wheels of Justice.
I don't think they recognize that right now, Mike Jax.
I don't think they do either. Minstrel Psycho calling off the jam. No points scored.
Fist in the air for our solidarity again. Keep them out there. I know the blood is draining from her hands. That's just good defensive play. Hey, Louis Armstrong.
Oh, the community supports our Rose City Rollers, and so our Rose City Rollers support the community. Rose City Rollers is a proud Sports Buddies partner through the Big Brothers Big Sisters Sports Buddies program, encouraging young people to get active.
So we have a 3-2 pack advantage here. Oh. Okay, I'm going to count at 3-2 there, Mike checks. Legally Blonde lead jammer.
Goody Two Skates doing battle with Sully Skull Kicker at the front of the pack. Sully Skull Kicker recycling Goody to the back of the pack.
Nice defense up front from Skullgirl Crusher there.
Intensive scare cycling up, but Goody Two Skates free on her initial pass now.
And Illegally Blonde is on her first scoring pass there, makes her way through. She's going to pick up 4 points, Mike checks.
And she calls off the jam, but not before 1 point picked up by the Heathers and Goody Two Skates. Louie.
Oh, the action's too hot, Mike checks. I'm getting a little out of breath, so that means I need to spend a visit at the Lloyd Athletic Club and get myself in shape. That's the Lloyd Athletic Club, the official sports fitness facility of the Rose City Rollers.
Hey, everybody. You might find this next jammer familiar. It's Blast Unicorn. This is our 72nd jam tonight, I think.
Actually, Randy Pan, that is her 9th jam of the evening. 22 points to her credit so far. Hurricanes Katrina jamming opposite her for the High Rollers.
Oh, she breaks through that wall, crushes it, breaks it down as if there was a levee She's your lead jammer.
Last Unicorn's illegal procedure, she jumped the gun on the jammer whistle. Unfortunately, that is a minor penalty, and it was her fourth that sent her to the penalty box, Randy Pan.
Yeah, every minor counts at the end of the day. The first scoring pass here for Hurricane Katrina. Nice maneuvering. She picks up a 5-point scoring pass, a grand slam.
When Hurricanes Katrina gets in that pack, she is like a bull in a china shop, just barreling through there. One scoring pass to her credit so far.
Heather's doing what they need to do. Wall up front, go defense, and race, Mike checks.
Napalm Beth trying to help out Hurricanes Katrina by grabbing a blocker in the back of the pack.
Looks like he's taking a fall to the inside. There she goes. Inside pass. 5 more points for the High Rollers.
Kick Cassidy, great offense. However, she is now headed to the penalty box.
She blocked too far in front of the pack. You have to block within 20 feet of the pack or you go into the penalty box.
Blast Unicorn trying to fight her way around Napalm Beth at the back of the pack.
Initial pass there, no points. And that is halftime.
Wow, Randy Pan, what an amazing first half. Fans, give it up for a great first half. High Rollers, 64. Heartless Heathers, 48. In the first half for the High Rollers, Minstrel Psycho picked up 29 points. Illegally Blonde with 18. Hurricanes Katrina with 12 and Honey Hellfire with 11. Now for the Heartless Heathers, the Blast Unicorn with 22 points. Goody Two Skates with 21. Now as far as penalties go, if you pick up 7 trips to the box, you don't get to skate anymore in the bout. Heidi Go Seek with 4 trips to the penalty box. For the High Rollers, Hurricanes Katrina with 3. For the Heartless Heathers, Toxic Haste with 3. So keep that in mind as the second half goes on. High Rollers picked up 24 total penalty minutes to the High Rollers 11 in that first half, Randy Pan.
Heartless Heathers 11. So, and that is the story of this bout. Now, even though Heathers has spent less time in the penalty box, High Rollers with execution keeping them ahead, and a jam without a jammer.
Minstrel Psycho starting out this half on the jam line for the High Rollers. Goody Two Skates for the Heartless Heathers, and it's Goody Two Skates picking up lead jammer status.
Beautiful outside pass there for Goody Two Skates, giving her lead jammer. And look at the pack race, Mike checks.
Minstrel Psycho out of the pack on her initial pass. She's given up about half the track to Goody Two Skates right now.
High Rollers really pushing the speed there and doing a great job protecting the points. Beautiful hit from Penny Dreadful. Fists in the air for Rough Solidarity. Ladies and gentlemen, put your fists in the air.
All right, Louie, go ahead, say it. Say it, Louie.
Oh, there's fire on the track and there's fire on the mountain. Fire on the mountain, buffalo wings to die for on Burnside and Interstate.
Blast Unicorn jamming there for the Heartless Heathers. That's Honey Hellfire for the High Rollers. We got a 4-2 pack advantage for the Heathers. Nonetheless, out front, Honey Hellfire lead jammer.
Not to be outdone though, Blast Unicorn out right behind her, giving up less than a quarter track.
That's incredible execution on the part of the High Rollers there to have that much less blockers in the pack. Honey Hellfire calls it off and gets
2 points for her effort, 2 points for Honey Hellfire on that jam. Louie?
Mike, Randy.
Yes.
Porqué no?
Porqué yes.
That's Porqué no. Amazing taqueria food with 2 locations on Mississippi and Hawthorne.
Oh, goody.
Goody Two Skates on the jam line once again for the Heartless Heathers.
And she's more human than human. That's Wreck Decker for the High Rollers. And that's a major cutting of the track, passing too many people out of bounds. And it's been overruled. And no, it's not. Definitely a power jam. No, Mike checks.
Goody Two Skates out of the pack, the only jammer on the track. She is your lead jammer.
Now. That's a 4-2 pack advantage for the High Rollers, so definitely a lot of help defensively in the pack there, Mike checks.
High Rollers establishing that 4 wall in the front of the pack. Goody Two Skates trying to figure out how to attack that wall.
That isn't easy. They're where they want to be. And if your jammer is in the penalty box, you get out front and you race, Mike checks.
Goody Two Skates opening the can on the inside.
We got one picked off there. Schemstress doing some nice defense on intensive scare.
Mortar and Pistol trying to play some more offense for Goody Two Skates.
Great defense here by the High Rollers in this power jam. A blue 2-7, low block major.
Mortar and Pistol being sent to the penalty box for that low block major. Amazing hit by Goody Two Skates, knocking Wreck Deckard out of turn 1. Wreck Deckard still working on her initial pass.
No points yet for the High Rollers, but this is a 2-minute jam and we got 20 seconds left for both jammers. Sorry, Goody's lead. My bad.
Goody still fighting her way through.
She was not lead jammer for a good 20 seconds and I got confused. Sorry about that.
That's all right. 5-point grand slam for Goody Two Skates as she calls off the jam. Louie.
Is there anything in life more important than socks? I don't think so. Get your unique, sexy, comfy socks for the roller girl and everyone at Sock Dreams. Check out their new line of Rose City roller socks.
Blast Unicorn Jammer!
Illegally Blonde jamming for the High Rollers. Pack advantage decidedly in favor of the High Rollers.
Looks like a misconduct called on Illegally Blonde. I believe that was hitting a down skater. So this is going to be a power jam for Blast Unicorn and the Heartless Heathers.
Heartless Heathers doing a good job trapping Penny Dreadful at the back of the pack. That allows Blast Unicorn to get through the pack and pick up lead jammer status, Randy.
Lead jammer 3-3 in the pack, but the High Rollers are out front. We have a 4th minor assessed to Heidi Go Seek. She'll be Heidi Go Seeking the penalty box now. The Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box.
Blast Unicorn getting an offensive hit from Effie Stoneham, clearing the way for a 5-point grand slam for the Heartless Heathers.
We got a role reversal. We got what I call an ultimate jam, 5 versus 2. A lot of blue on the track right now.
Effie Stoneham, a really solid performance blocking tonight for the Heartless Heathers.
Remember, you get the points when you pass a skater by the hips. Once you get the point, it doesn't go away. There's Blast Unicorn with a 5-point scoring pass.
Not before some amazingly solid defense by Penny Dreadful. Now Illegally Blonde out of the penalty box and through the pack on her initial pass, Randy.
Initial pass, so no points yet, but both jammers are eligible to score now, Mike checks.
Blast Unicorn makes her way through the pack one more time. That a 4-point pass.
Louie Armstrong, talk to us, buddy.
Just want to take the time to thank a few of our incredible sponsors. Fat Lip Industries, Mike Thrasher Presents, and Hammy's Pizza. We couldn't do these great bouts without you guys.
Hey, Randy Pan.
Hey, Mike checks.
There's only 6 points separating these teams.
And there's also an official time.
I think you should leave this table and go down there and find out what's going on.
I will, but first.
Louie.
Yes, my friend Mike. Yes, sir. Feeling a little bit hungry after this bout? I am. You are. Let's come out and party. Buffalo Gap Saloon and Eatery, one of my favorite joints. John's Landing's favorite eatery and saloon.
All right, Randy Pan down, checking out what's going on during this official timeout. 6 points separating these teams right now. High Rollers 73, Heartless Heathers 67. Heathers fans, are you out there? Icebox, let's hear you make some noise! Referees still conferring in the center of the track right now. What do we got, Randy Pan?
Right now we're assessing the impact of an event. There's different levels of impact, minor, major, and beyond major. We're assessing that right now. I'll give you more when I know more. Louie, talk to us, buddy.
Yes, my friend Randy Pan. I don't know about you, but the only news that I care to know about, I get from the Portland Mercury. The Portland Mercury, the foods, arts, and entertainment news you need. Remember, you can always find ticketing information for our upcoming events at portlandmercury.com. We do have an event tomorrow, a great bout for the Rosebuds. It's going to be $7 for a ticket.
I got a little bit more, but not much. We're assessing the impact of a contact with a referee. Still discussing that.
Folks, if you'd like to share your love of athletics, a great way to get involved is the Big Brothers and Big Sisters Sports Buddies program. Rose City Rollers is a proud Sports Buddies partner, encouraging young people to get and stay active.
Blast Unicorn taking over the scoring lead tonight, 36 points to her credit for the Heartless Heathers. Minstrel Psycho with 29 points, leading the way for the High Rollers. On that penalty watch, we've got Heidi Go Seek with 5 trips to the box for the High Rollers. Toxic Haste has been to the box 4 times for the Heartless Heathers. And keep in mind, fans, if you get sent to the box 7 times or you accrue 7 box minutes, you will no longer be skating this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Calisthenics with Dolomount, world famous non-skating official, training these skaters on the importance of being limber.
Hey, Randy Pan, can you guys tell us which direction the beach is? Which direction is the beach? Come on, somebody.
Is it?
The beach is that way.
All the way down.
Well, fans, as Louie alluded to earlier, tomorrow's bout will be a junior derby bout. The Rosebuds, Rose City's junior league. That's going to be between the Rainbow Bites and the Undead Avengers. Fans, I cannot tell you, if you have not been to see a junior derby bout yet this year, please do yourself a favor. It is some of the most amazing skating you'll see on a track. Absolutely amazing derby. Doors are at 2, bout is at 3. Randy Pan, have you learned anything more?
We're still discussing it, and we're still discussing the measurement of impact with the referee, whether it's a no call or it could result in expulsion. So we're still assessing that. And I'm just hanging out with Dolomount, really. It's kind of cool. He's a great guy. I like him.
Understandable. Well, fans, we love our bouts here at the Hangar at Oaks Amusement Park, but we have also will be hosting another bout at the Memorial Coliseum. That coming up in April, featuring the Wheels of Justice taking on the Windy City Rollers of Chicago. Make sure you check it out online at rosecityrollers.com, where you can find out all the details. Randy?
All right, after that, so no expulsion will be assessed, but both teams were warned that any other contact with the referee takes place it will result in an expulsion.
Honey Hellfire jamming for the high rollers. Schemstress jamming for the Heartless Heathers. And it's Honey Hellfire picking up lead jammer status for the high rollers. Heartless Heathers pack thinning out, 2 blockers in the penalty box right now. High rollers at full strength, Randy Pan.
High rollers, interesting tactic on the high rollers' part to have all their skaters on the track, and it seems to be working for them as they get a 5-point scoring grand slam. They decided to change up here, it looks like. Mike checks.
Sully Skull Kicker, great hit on Schemstress. Followed up by Napalm Beth.
That's a powerful one-on-one there. Outside lane pass. Honey Hellfire, another 5 points there, Mike checks.
Now it's Heidi Go Seek out front, trying to hold back Schemstress. Schemstress finally works her way around her, and she is clear on her initial pass.
Nice offensive screen by the wall in green right there.
Bacchanalia giving chase to Honey Hellfire. Finally had to let her go. 4-point pass for Honey Hellfire.
Napalm Beth is right here. I hit you out right here in the back. 4 more points for Honey Hellfire. Louie.
Oh, Randy Pan, you know I was raised in a bayou on a diet of gator and possum, but even I need my vegetables from time to time. And when I want my veggie fix, I head to the Vita Cafe. Super tasty vegetarian and vegan food for thought.
And so we have a destruction in pack. They destroyed the pack after the whistle was blown, so
that means send Mortar and Pistol to the penalty box for 1 minute for the Heartless Heathers.
Minstrel Psycho on the inside lane is your lead jammer, Mike checks.
Layla Smackdown doing a great job holding that inside line against Blast Unicorn, getting help from Intensive Scare up front.
Nice wall there. Oh, inside hit there by Penny Dreadful.
Minstrel Psycho, nice footwork, making her way through the pack for the High Rollers. 5-point grand slam.
The High Rollers wall split apart just enough for Blast Unicorn to navigate and get her initial pass. No points yet for the Heartless Heathers. And no pack either.
Pack spread out. No points scored for either jammer in that last scoring pass, but the High Rollers starting to open up a lead right now. 25 points, Randy.
Louie!
All of our skaters come equipped with 8 wheels, but when that's just not enough, some of them like to get around town with their car, and Bridgetown Automotive keeps them rocking. Bridgetown Automotive, keeping Rose City Rollers engines humming.
And the pack is released. Mike checks.
Goody Two Skates with the jammer cap for the Heartless Heathers.
Rick Decker jamming for the High Rollers. Looks like Rick Decker had an outside pass, but the defense got in line there.
Nice positional blocking by Effie Stoneham, holding back Rick Decker to allow Goody Two Skates to pick up lead jammer status for the Heartless Heathers.
I believe that's to kill you with some great one-on-one defense for the Heartless Heathers, cycling Rick Decker back into the pack. Rick Decker thought she was lead jammer, tried to call off the jam, took a minor illegal procedure.
Rick Deckard still working through the pack on her initial pass. Tequila giving fight, but Goody Two Skates.
Goody Two Skates gets a scoring pass there. Rick Decker gets her initial pass. Goody calls it. It's Louie!
They don't come any tougher than our skaters, but even they need a bit of help from time to time. That's when we call upon the OHSU Sports Medicine Program. That's OHSU Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine providers of the Rose City Rollers.
Pack is released, and it looks like Sully Skull Kicker jamming for the High Rollers. and going to the penalty box for a major back block.
That's going to allow Blast Unicorn Jammer for the Heartless Heathers to make her way through the pack and pick up lead jammer status.
Along with a 4-3 blocker advantage for the Heartless Heathers. Great opportunity to kill off some of this lead.
They cut the lead to 20 in the last jam. Heartless Heathers going to try and cut into that lead a little bit more.
Nice defense there by Honey Hellfire, keeping it slow but keeping her in the pack at the same time.
Excellent pack defense right now by the High Rollers.
It looks like Blast Unicorn picked up her 4th minor. She's going to sit and release Sully Skull Kicker back into the track.
Sully Skull Kicker through on her initial pass.
No points yet, but we have all 4 Heartless Heathers out there, mic checks.
And Randy, we're going to have ourselves a full 2-minute jam here.
Yeah, both jammers have been in the penalty box. That means neither can be lead jammer, but one can get a 5-point scoring pass, and that is Sully Skull Kicker.
Honey Hellfire landing herself in the Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box for the High Rollers. 4-2 blocker advantage for the Heathers, but they do not have a jammer on the track this second.
Napalm Death doing a great job keeping the pack slow with their one-on-one blocking.
But the High Rollers blockers continue amassing penalties.
Blast Unicorn trying to get past Napalm Death, but she drops her at the straightaway.
Blast Unicorn still fighting up against that 2-wall at the front of the pack. Napalm Beth, huge hit, but Blast Unicorn dances around her. 5 points.
5-point scoring pass there. We're ending up with a 17-point lead by the High Rollers. Hey, Louie.
I'm a long way from home, but the Delta Cafe keeps this Louisiana boy happy. That's the Delta Cafe. Amazing Southern fare, big eats, and stiff drinks. Check out the coupon in your program.
Goody Two Skates returning to the jam line for the Heartless Heathers. 31 points to her credit so far tonight. Ayla Legally Blonde opposite her, having picked up 18 for the High Rollers.
We got a 3-2 blocker advantage for the Heartless Heathers. Numbers being the Heather's best friend right now, mic checks.
Some might say the Pabst Blue Ribbon penalty box being the Heather's best friend right now, and it's Goody Two Skates picking up lead jammer status for the Heathers.
Nice inside pass and taking a big hit. Gets a Legally Blonde on her initial pass. Both jammers able to score now.
Pack at a breakneck speed right now. Heather's trying to slow it down. Hard to trap Hurricanes Katrina though, Randy.
No, that ain't easy. Nice call off by Goody Two Skates. Picks up 2 points there for the Heartless Heathers, but the High Rollers picked up 3 in the meantime. I see trees of green, red roses too, and Louis Armstrong too.
Our skaters are always in peak physical shape. Does that have you feeling a little bit jealous? Then get your tail down to the Lloyd Athletic Club, the official sports fitness facility of the Rose City Rollers.
That's Minstrel Psycho jamming for the High Rollers.
Bacchanalia jamming for the Heartless Heathers, but Minstrel Psycho, major high block.
Layla Smackdown with the last line of defense hit that Psycho Bacchanalia to the back of the pack, mic checks.
Heather's gonna try and cash in on this power jam situation right now.
How many times have we said that tonight? Lead jammer Bacchanalia.
Heartless Heathers right now giving up 1 blocker to the High Rollers, but they have the only jammer on the track, Randy.
Heartless Heathers able to slow down the pack a little bit, and a big booty block by Layla Smackdown doing just that.
Heartless Heathers trying to trap Intensive Scare fighting around that 2-wall.
Tangle it on turn 2 with Texine. I'm all about alliteration. And Layla Smackdown going for something. Someone else. There's a lot of penalties.
5-point grand slam for Bacchanalia.
Heartless Heather's doing a great job slowing down the pack there, Mike checks.
Layla Smackdown being waved back on the track.
Is that Kid Cassidy with that outside hit?
3 points picked up for her efforts. And we're back to a 20-point bout, Randy Pan.
Louie!
Oh, Randy Pan, you know I'm a little bit old school. If you folks are like me and you don't trust all that newfangled internet nonsense, remember you can always head down to the Nightlight Lounge, Rose City Rollers' favorite Clinton Street bar, and the only place to get your Rose City Rollers tickets in town.
4-3 pack advantage for Heartless Heathers and Blast Unicorn lead jammer.
Rick Decker jamming for the high rollers. She is through on her initial pass.
Both jammers able to skate. D-Day going to the penalty box for didn't catch a call. Blast Unicorn hit to the inside, calls off the jam. Did Rick Decker get a point? Mike checks.
No, she did not. 2 points for the Blast Unicorn. Holy cow.
Hey, everybody, stomp your feet to the beat. I want this place pounding. Everybody stomp your feet to the beat. It's getting 2 skates jamming for the Heartless Heathers.
Hurricanes Katrina wearing the jam cap for the high rollers, and she is your lead jammer.
Oh, beautiful offensive hit there by Behexen, stopping Layla Smackdown from stopping Goody 2 skates.
Goody 2 skates flying around the track for the Heartless Heathers.
Looks like we have Schemstress almost trapped, but she's getting out.
Great teamwork on display for the high rollers there. Heathers, though, cycling back up front, trying to hold back Hurricanes Katrina.
Hurricanes Katrina with great awareness right now calls the jam right.
Goody tried to sneak a point in there. 3 points picked up by Hurricanes Katrina. Louie!
Just a quick thank you to a few more of our incredible sponsors. We'd like to thank Portland Vital Signs, Brooklyn Community Acupuncture, and Sattva Health Gallery. We couldn't do it without you guys.
High Rollers in a good position. High Rollers in a good position right now with a 21-point lead and a 4-3 blocker advantage. But Heartless Heathers has been doing a great job keeping this bout tight, Mike checks.
Blast Unicorn, part of that reason, 43 points to her credit, and she is wearing the jam cap right now for the Heathers. Honey Hellfire going after her off the jam line.
Great defensive jamming, set up a whole first half and gets through for lead jammer, Mike checks.
That Honey Hellfire, she's good at roller derby.
She's pretty good.
High rollers stifling defense at the front of the pack. Blast Unicorn trying to push her way through.
She's doing a great job navigating that wall all by herself, and she gets through her initial pass, Mike checks.
Heidi Go-Seek trying to hold her back. Honey Hellfire through the pack. That's a 4-point pass for Honey Hellfire.
High Rollers nickel and diming right now, and they're adding up in the last 10 minutes of the bout, Mike checks.
Push their lead back to 25.
Stomp your feet, people!
That's DJ Adam 13 spinning the tunes for us again this evening. DJ Adam 13, thank you very much, sir.
That's Toxic Haste jamming for the Heartless Heathers, recent graduate of the Rosebuds.
And that's Minstrel Psycho jamming once again for the High Rollers.
Now feel free to hold your breath, but we do have all 10 skaters on the track currently, Mike checks.
Over under on that lasting 20 seconds. Toxic Haste doing everything in her power to fight her way through that pack.
And she is released. Out of play is called Toxic Haste, lead jammer.
Well, and another casualty of that skeeve hold blocking out of bounds. Also looked like Mortar and Pistol being sent to the penalty box for the Heathers.
Skeeve hold. Nice defensive arrangement there from the Heartless Heathers.
Excellent hit by Kick Cassidy, trying to keep Toxic Haste at bay.
It looks like 20 feet is pushed, and that's the initial pass for Minstrel Psycho.
Toxic Haste, 4 points to her credit. Calls off the jam. Louis?
Mike, there ain't much finer in life than a big fat burger, and I like to get mine at Joe's Burgers. 4 locations, awesome burgers, and official feeder of the Rose City Roller Volunteers. But when a burger doesn't do it for me, then I just head on down to Fire on the Mountain. Buffalo wings to die for, locations on Burnside and Interstate.
Hey, Icebox, how do you feel the Heartless Heathers are doing tonight?
Blast Unicorn jamming once again for the Heartless Heathers. Honey Hellfire jamming for the High Rollers.
She is released. She is your lead jammer. Yes, your lead jammer.
Texine battling against Blast Unicorn. Blast Unicorn going to the inside. She is now clear on her initial pass.
We have a diet pack right now, half the calories of a full pack. Major forearm for Honey Hellfire. That's going to be a power jam for Blast Unicorn and the Heartless Heathers.
Blast Unicorn, 43 points so far tonight, looking to pick up more.
One picked off. We barely have any skaters on the track right now. Remember when we had a full pack there, Mike Checks?
Yeah, that was so 20 seconds ago. 4-point pass for the Blast Unicorn.
Why 4 points? I don't know. We got all of the Heartless Heathers going to the penalty box now, pretty much.
They decided to let Mortar and Pistol stay.
Until another spot opens up.
Blast Unicorn still trying to make her way through. High Rollers blockers, they've got a full contingent out there.
That's working out well for them. Blast sneaking through. She's got 2 more to go, but she's picked up at least 2 points on this pass, Mike Checks. 3, 4.
Where does she find the energy to do that? 5-point pass, Blast Unicorn. Icebox, give it up for her. Holy chalupas, Batman. Both teams with over 100 points.
Louis Armstrong, show some product.
Yes, sir, we want to see your face at the Open Space Cafe. That's the Open Space Cafe. Brunch, bar, Wi-Fi. Embrace the pace.
Well, I don't know if you blinked just now, but in that time, Sully Skull Kicker became lead jammer. I don't know if you blinked just now, but Sully Skull Kicker got 5 points.
Hurricanes Katrina drawing a minor track cut on Bacchanalia. Napalm Beth locked down defense with Hurricanes Katrina in the back of the pack.
That's 5 more points. Well, probably it's counting. Yes, 5 more points for Sully Skull Kicker. 10 points so far in this jam. We're only 30 seconds in, Mike Checks.
Heartless Heathers drawing penalty problems right now. 2 blockers in the penalty box. High Rollers staying out.
This has been the advantage for the Heathers so far, is staying on the track, and now it's really working against them. That's 15 points so far this jam, Mike Checks.
Bacchanalia still working on her initial pass. Napalm Beth trying to make sure she doesn't get it.
And we have a major cut, for a minor cut, but 4th minor there. Bacchanalia, power jam, and that's 20 points so far, Mike Checks.
On Randy Pan, I believe all 4 of those minor track cuts picked up in that jam. That is some of the veteran play of the High Rollers blockers on display out there.
Heartless Heathers tried to take front, to slow the roll and stop the bleeding right now, Mike checks.
Toxic Haste and Tequila working out front for the Heartless Heathers.
School Gold Crusher trying to crush that wall right now, but good pack speed being maintained by the Heartless Heathers.
Nacho Lucky Day also up front playing defense for the Heathers.
In the final second, 5 more points. That's a 25-point jam for the High Rollers. Louie!
Whether you need a place to celebrate a victory or just a place to hang your head and drown your sorrows, K's Bar is just down the street. That's K's Bar, Selwood's sweetest watering hole and proud Rose City Roller sponsor since 2007.
That's the smell of an official. Yep. We're gonna do this one. This is a jam. It's going.
Toxic Haste does not want to start this jam. There we go. Hellfire jamming for the High Rollers through the pack, quickly picking up lead jammer status.
Now, my checks, for some reason, Honey Hellfire really wanted that jam to start.
I can't begin to understand why.
This is bananas.
Honey Hellfire working through the pack on her scoring pass, push to the outside.
Rick Deckard took care of that right there. Cut. 2 minutes, 1 misconduct, and 1 cutting the track. So it looks like a 2-minute power jam for the Heartless Heathers.
Rick Deckard now being sent to the penalty box for the High Rollers.
This is a huge opportunity for the Heathers to bring this back.
37 points separating these two teams. We've got a difference on the clock of about 40 seconds between the jam clock and the period clock, Randy Pan. Effie Stoneham now being sent to the penalty box for the Heartless Heathers.
If Bacchanelli can stay out of the penalty box, they'll have 2 full minutes, and they're going to need every second to execute right now, Mike checks. Hit to the inside by Intensive Scare. All right, that's going to send Schemstress to the penalty box. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Apparently, there was only 1 minute in the penalty box.
1 point picked up by the High Rollers before Honey Hellfire was sent to the penalty box.
All right, we have a team timeout called. Possibly an official review.
All right, fans, 22 seconds left on the period clock. We've got ourselves a timeout. High Rollers have extended their lead to 38 points over the Heartless Heathers, 140 to 102. Randy Pan going down to check out what is going on in the center of the track. Meanwhile, Louie, what do you got for us, sir?
Oh, we've still got time to thank a few of our great sponsors there, Mike Checks. We would love to thank Portland Independent Films, OSI, the Jupiter Hotel, and Voodoo Donuts. Come on down to Voodoo Donuts, where the magic is in the hole. 2 locations in Portland, open 24/7.
Icebox very vocal right now. Randy Pan, what do you got?
Heartless. Check.
You got a microphone that's not on.
No, I just like lip syncing is all. Everything was fine. Heartless Heathers using their official review on why their jammer was sent to the penalty box. The referees are discussing. We're going to call on that in just a moment. In the meantime, we need everyone cheering for their team right now because we got a great bout on our hands.
I think that means I need to cheer for overtime.
That sounds like a perfect plan to me, my friend. Are you guys feeling battered and bruised after the bout? Head on down and get your spine aligned at Bridgetown Chiropractic, the official bone cracker of Rose City Rollers since 2006. After that, grab a great massage, treat yourself. Medical Massage Northwest, happily rubbing away the aches and pains of Rose City Rollers.
Both of those sound like great ideas right now, I'm not gonna lie. Blast Unicorn has managed to rack up 52 points tonight for the Heartless Heathers. Sully Skullkicker with 37 points to her credit for the High Rollers. Randy Pan.
So Schemstress is in the penalty box because an illegal star pass was initiated. You have to do a star pass to the pivot if you want to have the jammer cap over when the pack is in play. It was a no pack, it wasn't in play, so the penalty's gonna stand. We're gonna have a power jam for the High Rollers.
So an illegal star pass initiated by the Heartless Heathers is going to put their jammer in the penalty box, Randy?
Because Bacchanalia initiated it, she's going to be the one in the penalty box serving the time.
Right, very important to point out that it's Bacchanalia that picks up that minute penalty, not Schemstress, who was the recipient of the cap pass.
And because Honey Hellfire was in the penalty box at the time, she's going to start the jam from the penalty box where the jammers are released. And you might as well jump, really. I mean, at the end of the day.
Everybody should jump.
You might as well.
Right.
Why not?
Jump. Jump. There you go. High Rollers fans, let me hear ya. Heartless Heathers fans, let me hear ya. DJ Adam 13 fans, let me hear ya. Oh, now, come on, you got to give the man more love than that.
Dolomount fans, let me hear ya.
Woo!
He's so good. I get starstruck, I really do. Gotta go.
And on that no pack, Honey Hellfire released from the penalty box. She is the jammer of record for the High Rollers. She is through the pack, and she is your lead jammer. And that's a 5-point grand slam for the High Rollers.
We're all set. We're at the end. I need this guy on, sorry guys. We're at the end of the period, so this is officially the last jam of the night, so make some noise for both their teams!
Honey Hellfire making her way through the pack once again. Another 5-point grand slam for the High Rollers.
Blocking out of bounds there for I got a really good shot of Blast Unicorn hitting Honey Hellfire to the outside, forcing her to the back of the pack.
Blast Unicorn and Effie Stoneham trying to hold back Honey Hellfire. Honey Hellfire calls off the jam. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your bout.
Get out of your seats and make noise for both these teams! Now, we're looking for the official score, but I think we can call it, ladies and gentlemen, your victors tonight, the High Rollers!
High Rollers 155, Heartless Heathers 102. The High Rollers keeping their undefeated season intact, but not before an amazing performance by the Heartless Heathers. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for both of these teams. Make sure you stick around for the MVP presentation down on the track with Randy Pan and both of these teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give some love for a great bout tonight from the Heartless Heathers!